Hi friends, in this video we can see about proportional controller. This is the very important part in the control system. Okay, there will be a certain definitely one question from this proportional PPE controller. Okay, so we need to have some clear idea about proportional PID controller. Okay, first of all we can see about a proportional controller. Okay, we can see about proportional controller output, its physical understanding, then significance, block diagram, and then its transfer function. Okay, all we can see. Okay, actually the transfer function or the block diagram for proportional controller, this will be RFS will be the input, CFS will be the output, and then there will be error signal, and then particularly there will be controller and control signal and plant. We need to note that the controller is a KP, which is a proportional controller. It will be there will be input and output. Okay, and then we can see about the drawback of a proportional controller. We see about what drawback of proportional controller. There will be offset error and then high maximum peak overshoot. Okay, these are the two drawback of proportional controller. And then very important is that there will be a decrease in maximum peak overshoot. MP is nothing but maximum peak overshoot, decrease in MP. Okay, and this is a very slow response. Proportional controller is a slow response. Okay, these two are disadvantage of proportional controller. Then we can see about the physical understanding of a proportional controller, ESE of t and M of t. Okay, then we should see about the block diagram of a proportional controller. Okay, here RFS is the input, KP is the control, and then this is a system equation omega n squared by s squared plus 2 eta omega ns. Okay, then we just write the CFS by RFS is equal to GFS by 1 plus GFS HFS. Okay, then we need to write that CFS by RFS is equal to omega n squared by s squared plus 2 eta omega ns plus omega n squared. This is the standard equation. This is the what standard equation. Okay, then we just give the find out or obtained value to the controller. Okay, here RFS is the input, CFS output, then control will be what KP, and then KI in the integral dt. Okay, actually this is the proportional integral controller. Okay, for proportional only we will be having only KP, but KI integral dt is nothing but a proportional integral controller. Okay, this is the PI controller. Okay, then we need to know that the equation for PI controller very important. M of t equal to KP into E of t plus Ka into integral of E of t dt. Okay, then its Laplace transform is then we taking Laplace transform, M of it will become M of t become M of s is equal to KP into EFS and then Ki by s into RFS. We need to know that for integral on we taking Laplace transform, it will be by 1 by s. Okay, then physical understanding will be there will be error time. Okay, then we know about the some significance of proportional integral controller, very important. Significance can be what, this line is very important. Integral control gives output till error is 0. This line is very important. This one, till the error is 0, output till the error is 0, that is up to steady state. We can say it will give the output till the error is 0, which means up to steady state it will be giving the output. Okay, suppose this is the response, means up to steady state it will be giving the what, giving the output. Okay, this is the significance of PI controller. And then when very much important point is that eliminate offset error. Okay, offset error will be what, offset error will be eliminated. Okay, then we just see the block diagram of proportional controller. Here RFS is the input, KP proportional controller, Ka base is the integral controller. Then this will be given to omega n square by s square plus 2 eta omega ns. Okay, then we need to find the proportional intercontroller transfer function. CFS by RFS is equal to GFS by 1 plus GFS HFS. Here GFS is equal to CFS by RFS is equal to Kp plus Ka by S into omega n square plus s square to eta omega ns, and then the denominator coefficient. Okay, then we need to take a CFS by RFS value, which is Kps proportional integral part Ka into omega n square by s square plus 2 eta omega ns plus Kp omega n squared s plus Ka omega n squared. Okay, in this drawback of proportional intercontrol is that there will be increase in rise time. Okay, rise time will be increasing. The rise time is nothing but what? Tr. Okay, rise time will be increasing in the case of proportional integral controller. Okay, then advantage can be damping will be increased, MP will decrease, there will be zero offset. Okay, these are the advantages of a proportional controller. Then we can see about the proportional derivative controller. For proportional derivative, as we saw before, RFS is the input of block diagram and the output is CFS. Then the proportional derivative controller will be Kp and then Kd into d by dt. Okay, first then what? Then we can write the equation m of t is equal to Kp into e of t and then Kd into d into e of t by dt. Then we take Laplace transform. Laplace transform of m of t is m of s. Okay, m of s is equal to Kp into EFS plus Kd into EFS into s. Okay, then we take EFS common. We may write m of s is equal to EFS into Kp plus KDS. Then the significance of PD controller is that it accelerates signal as error is accelerating. Okay, this is the significance of a PD controller. Then as we should saw about the block diagram of PD controller. There will be Kp proportional and then derivative part. Okay, derivative part can be written as KDS. Okay, KDS. Okay, for integral we will be writing what? 1 by s, which is a Ki by s. For derivative we are writing KDS. Okay, then the controller code Kp plus KDS. Then we find the transfer function CFS by RFS. Then substituting the values, we obtained CFS by RFS code omega n squared plus by s squared plus 2 eta omega ns plus omega n squared. Okay, then the drawback of proportional derivative controller is there will be offset error. Okay, and then increasing damping factor. Then eta dash go to eta plus Kd omega n by 2. Okay, then advantages, there are many advantages in proportional derivative. First one is there will be maximum quotient will be decreased, then the rise time will be decreased, decrease in settling time Ts, increase in bandwidth. Okay, these are the advantages of a proportional derivative. Okay, then we can see the combinations of these two, which is PID controller. Okay, combinations of these two, which is a PID controller. Here RFS is the input, then controller and then plant. Okay, then we take the for integral Kp for a proportional, and for integral Kp Ka into integral of dt, and for derivative Kd into d by dt. Okay, then we should consider the m of t equation, which is Kp into e of t plus Ka into integral of e of t dt, and then Kd into e of t. Okay, then we taking the Laplace transform. M of t is equal to Kp into EFS plus Ka base into EFS plus KDS into EFS. Okay, then M of s is equal to Kp plus Ki base plus KDS into EFS. Okay, then we just see the physical understanding of PID controller. Then significance of PID controller. This is a combination of all these. Okay, this is the PID controllers combinations of proportional and integral and then derivative. So the all the advantages and the drawbacks will be come in a combined manner for PID controller. Okay, then we write the block diagram of PID controller. Kp, there will be K proportional part, integral part K base, and then derivative part. Okay, then we write the transfer functions of a CFS RFS for the CFS at RFS for the what, for the proportional derivative controller. Okay, and then the advantages of a proportional PID controller is Kp, in Kp there will be decrease in rise time, in Ki there will be element of steady state error, and Kd will be minimum peak overshoot decreasing in settling time. Okay, these are the advantage of proportional derivative. Okay, this is big some of the concepts of PID controller. What are the things we need to know about? First of all, what is the PID controller and the format, what is for proportional, for Kp, for integral Ka base, and then for derivative KDS. Okay, we need to know that, and then we know that very very important is that we need to know about the significance in which we get the advantage, and which is the more there will be less advantage like that, and which element offset error, and the rise time or certain time in which control there will be increasing, there will be decreasing, like that. We need to know that in the objective question they will be framing questions related to that, so we need to have some clear concept about it. Okay, we can see some of the questions related to the PID controller, which is gate questions in the next video. Thank you.